Have you ever noticed this? Price comes, hits your stop loss, and right after that, the market moves exactly in your direction. That's not bad luck, and it's not manipulation. That's liquidity. In this video, I'm breaking down this exact chart in simple language. I'll show you where most traders entered, where their stop losses were resting, and why price was attracted to those levels first. You'll see how the market creates inducement, traps late buyers and sellers, and only then delivers the real move. No indicators, no predictions, no guarantees. Just pure price action, real structure, and what already happened on this chart. Watch this till the end, because once you understand this, you'll stop chasing price and start understanding why it moves. Now pay attention to this part of the chart. This is where the story changes. Up to this point, price was making higher highs and higher lows on the lower time frame. Buyers were in control, and the structure was clearly bullish. But after the liquidity above the highs was taken, something important happened. Price failed to continue higher. Instead, it came back and broke the previous higher low on the lower time frame. This is called a low time frame break of structure. It doesn't mean price will immediately reverse. It simply tells us that bullish strength is weakening. At this stage, smart money is no longer pushing price up. They are reducing buy pressure and preparing for distribution. This break of structure acts as an early warning, not an entry signal. After this, price creates inducement, giving traders a false sense of continuation, and only then does the real bearish move begin. So always remember, on the low time frame, a break of structure is the first sign of change, but confirmation comes only after liquidity and displacement. Not every order block you mark on a chart is ready to be used. On this chart, notice the strong impulsive move after liquidity was taken. That impulsive move created an order block, the last candle before the expansion. Now here's the key point. Price never came back to this zone immediately. Because price did not revisit it, this order block is called an unmitigated order block. Unmitigated simply means institutional orders placed here are still not fully filled. That's why these zones matter. Smart money often leaves unfinished business behind. Later, when price returns to this unmitigated order block, it reacts, not because of magic, but because pending orders are getting filled. In this chart, once price moves back into that zone, we start watching for lower time frame confirmation, not blind entries. So remember, an unmitigated order block is a potential reaction zone, and its power comes from the fact that it has not been touched before. Before any big move, the market needs fuel. On this chart, price first moved slowly and created similar highs. These highs attracted sell orders and stop losses from traders. When price suddenly pushed above those highs, it looked like a breakout. But that move had a different purpose. This move is called a liquidity sweep. Price goes above the highs to collect stop losses and trigger late buy entries. That provides liquidity for big players to enter their positions. Notice something important here. After the sweep, price did not continue higher for long. Instead, it showed a strong move in the opposite direction. That tells us the sweep was not continuation. It was preparation. Sometimes the market moves just enough to make traders feel confident. After the initial liquidity sweep and the early break of structure, price did not fall immediately. Instead, it moved back up and created a clean bullish push. This move is called major inducement. Inducement is designed to invite traders into the wrong side. This bullish push looks strong. It feels like continuation. Many traders start buying again, expecting new highs. But notice where this move happens. It occurs near previous highs and in a premium area where smart money is interested in selling, not buying. During this inducement, retail traders place buy orders and keep their stop losses below recent lows. That creates sell-side liquidity. Smart money uses this liquidity to finish distributing positions. Once enough traders are trapped, price no longer needs to stay high. That's when we see the real move, a strong bearish displacement away from the inducement zone. The market doesn't move randomly. It moves toward liquidity. On this chart, look at the lows formed before the big drop. These lows are obvious support levels where many traders placed their stop losses. Those stop losses below the lows are called sell-side liquidity. After the major inducement near the highs, price reversed strongly and started moving downward. This move was not emotional selling. It was intentional delivery toward those stop losses. As price falls into these lows, sell orders get triggered, and that provides liquidity for smart money to exit or complete positions. Notice how price moves cleanly and fast toward this area. That's a sign the market had a clear objective. Once sell-side liquidity is taken, the market often slows down or reacts because the target has been achieved. So remember, sell-side liquidity is not just support breaking. It's the destination of the move, where the market goes to collect orders. After the confirmation of big red candle like this, we don't jump into the trade immediately. This strong bearish candle shows clear selling intent and confirms that the market has shifted direction. Now we wait for price to retrace. Price usually comes back into the premium area or toward the origin of that big red candle. That zone becomes our sell area, because it's where smart money previously entered. On the lower time frame, we wait for confirmation, like a minor break of structure or bearish rejection inside the zone. The stop loss is placed above the recent high, not randomly, but beyond the area where the idea becomes invalid. The target is simple: sell-side liquidity resting below the lows. So the execution is not about speed, it's about patience, confirmation, and structure. Big red candle gives direction, but the retracement gives the high probability entry. Smart traders don't chase price, they wait for value. A follow discount trader waits for price to move first and then enter only after a pullback. On this chart, price first shows direction with a strong move. That move tells us who is in control. Instead of entering at highs, we wait for price to come back into a discount area, where price is cheaper relative to the move. This is where smart money prefers to enter, because risk is lower and structure is clear. So following discount doesn't mean guessing. It means following direction and entering only when price offers value.